Hey, welcome to KocoSports special event review of WWE Beast in East Tokyo, Japan. I had tickets to go to this live, and I had to give it up to iJapan. And I just want to read a couple texts here from iJapan. Thank you for the seats; they're amazing. All right, first text. Fuck you! I can't believe it. I fucking got this. Thank you and fuck you. I got to see Prince Devitt win the title. Last tweet. Fuck you. You must really hate me. I fucking hate you. I can't believe that you fucking gave me tickets to this fucking main event. Now listen, most of the time we call these shows review shows, but they're not really review shows. They're kind of like post-show conversations between friends. But if you, by any chance, go on YouTube to watch a review show other than, hey, let's have some fucking fun, fucking shooting the shit about something we love, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. If you are legit using this as a review show, this is an amazing pay-per-view. But I just have to get this warning out. Do not watch the last match. The booking, the order of this is absolutely horrible. Do not watch the last match. If you turn it off after Devitt, does his thing after the NXT Championship match, I don't want to give spoilers early on in the show, even though it's a review show. If you turn it off after the NXT Championship match, you will be a million times better than everyone who sat through that main event. Now, overall, we ask win, loss, or tie on this show. What did you think? Please in the comments put win, loss, or tie what you thought of this show. Not counting the last match, huge freaking win. Huge freaking win. But I pre-warn you, there is a monster at the end of this book. And if you are waking up, it's 10 o'clock, and you're like, let me see. If you could tell all your friends who haven't watched this pay-per-view to turn it off after the NXT match, they'll enjoy this a million times more. A million times more. Please, friends tell other friends to turn it off after the NXT Championship match. Besides that, an amazing pay-per-view. I can't believe I gave up my tickets. My son was at a commercial. It was 10 minutes away from my house. But, family comes first. I gave it to iJapan. I saw them on screen, so it was like kind of a double kick in the balls. You're like, not only do I not get to be there, but I get to watch the guy enjoying the show. It was an amazing event if you like pro wrestling. I hope they do this more. This is the first time in a really long time. This month, maybe this last month is the first time I really felt like it was part of the network. I'm like, oh, cool, we get to see house shows. WWE, you have a network. You should be doing this shit all the time, even if it's not live. I would love to see other house shows. I'd like to see who's busting their ass on the house shows and all that stuff. It would be really interesting. And I wonder, for all the John Cena supporters, if they've watched house shows and they saw the undercard talent, the not John Cena's, busting their asses, would they still support it? I mean, I don't want to be a John Cena hater, but you have to eventually be embarrassed of your guys. Like, I'm a huge Tokyo Giants fan. They're in third place. That's embarrassing. I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had the first-round draft pick. That's embarrassing. John Cena fans, even if you love John Cena, does it have to be embarrassing? I mean, is there a point where because I don't think there is John Cena fans. I think there are people that just go to the event to have fun. But, oh, John Cena's the good guy. I'll root for the good guy. Sure, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I think there's people that hate us. They're like, oh, I hate people that fucking love pro wrestling on the internet. Fuck them, right? I don't think there's actually John Cena fans, because if you are a fan, I love my beloved Tokyo Giants. They're in third place with by far, they're the New York Yankees. They spend the most money in Japan baseball. That's embarrassing. Can't you be a fan of someone and still be embarrassed by their performances? I don't understand if you're a John Cena fan and you're not embarrassed of tonight. I don't understand it. Now, if you're like, I only like John Cena because I hate you, all right, at least you're being honest. It's okay to hate me, but how do you even go to bed at night? How do you even look yourself in the mirror? You can't see me. Probably can't see yourself in fucking pure embarrassment in it. I mean, if my favorite pro wrestler or my favorite sports team had to do play big crowd noise, no, it's not for me. Not for me. It's like buying championships, for Christ's sake. It's the only fucking thing that is goddamn real. And you take that away? Why? Why take that away? But we'll bitch more about John Cena later. Minus the last match. Please, if it's not too late. I feel like I'm in a zombie apocalypse movie and I'm just speaking into a microphone. Look, if it is not too late, please do not watch the last match. Please do not watch the last match. Now that that announcement's over, absolutely fucking amazing pay-per-view. Absolutely. Please turn it off early. Please, you got shit to do. I don't even care if that shit involves rolling over and looking for fucking cheese doodles that got stuck in your couch the night after. That's way more important than this last minute. All right, let's focus. So it starts off Beast in the East. It's Neville versus Chris Jericho. And, Chris Jericho, obviously, Japanese people don't listen to his fucking podcast. But he was old Chris Jericho. And not only that, but people that don't live in Japan don't understand. Chris Jericho really can run for prime minister. I've said this a million times. I kind of fell out of love with Chris Jericho when he decided to give a blowjob on a podcast on the network. But there's other people that still love him. Let's put it this way. I work with children a lot. But you curse! Hey, you don't curse. Go work with children. We're stopping you. Anyway, I work with children a lot, and they barely know a lot of the older American pro wrestlers. They don't. They, they know the ones that are marketed to them. They know the younger guys. They know Prince Devitt. But a lot of them, don't know the older guys. And not Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho and CM Punk is pretty much known by everybody, like of every age. Like you'll go down and you'll see like an 8-year-old, and they'll be wearing a Chris Jericho shirt. Chris Jericho is beloved in Japan. And a lot of people, it was a head scratcher, like, oh, why did Neville beat Jericho? Well, first off, Jericho can't lose everything. I mean, he obviously lost his dignity on the WWE network, but he can't lose everything. And on top of that, I am pretty sure, look out, Prime Minister, because he could really just show up like, I'm running for Prime Minister, and he'll win. He's that loved. I went to a live event once here in Tokyo, and I remember he did the Kevin Owens thing, where he's like, I fucking hate Japan, blah, 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 and they were chanting Lionheart and all that. And he gave the Owens promo of, oh, I hate Japan, I never want to be here, blah, blah, blah. And there was like a moment of silence, and it was the we still love you chant. And it was just good. And not only that, but if you're a huge Chris Jericho fan and didn't watch the podcast, please don't watch the Jericho podcast, for the love of God. They should put a rating on that. This is the PG area. I thought I was watching YouPorn Gay for a second. But the Chris Jericho Neville match was an awesome, fast-paced opening match. And Jericho showed that in some small ways he can be timeless. In some small ways he can be awesome. I just thought, you know what, Chris Jericho, I might not like you and your blowjob ways on the WWE network, but you showed up tonight. It was absolutely amazing, and I enjoyed the opening match. And the reason I think I enjoyed it more is I've liked Chris Jericho for a very long time, and his sellout ways really broke my heart. But tonight reminded me of why I love Chris Jericho. It's a very fast-paced match. And it's a very good match. And the audience is just behind Jericho like crazy. I know I got a couple tweets and a couple messages like, why the hell did he win? As a guy that lives in Tokyo that gave up tickets to this event, not bitter. But as a guy that gave up tickets to this event, I'm just happy that Jericho was over. I'm glad that Jericho going back to Chris Jericho. So if he never does a podcast again, maybe he'll be a great wrestler again. Next, you have a women's match. A lot of people online were shitting on it. I didn't think it was that bad of a match. It was one of those matches where I'm like, oh, okay, it's a cool down match. And I'm just watching it. It's Paige, Tamina Snuka, Nikki Bella. I wish it was just one-on-one. Tamina, I don't know if she's lost a step or never gained that step, but there's something about it. She hit her weaknesses pretty well, but she was definitely the weakest link in the match. And I have been a player hater of Paige and Nikki Bella for a very long time. I think I used to be a huge Paige fan, but I think she's just a huge bust. And I think even though Nikki Bella has really improved, I question if she's even good. But tonight they hustled, they tried their heart out, and not only that, but Paige. This is the first time that I've seen her in a really long time, and I know you have to try hard in Japan, unless you got that fucking piped-in crowd noise. Unbelievable, shitty fucking main event. But yeah, Paige just looked like the old. I was like, you know what? This is the Paige we wanted to see. This is the Paige we wanted to root for. So it was great to see that. And Nikki Bella keeps improving. She might be the Miz of the female division. She does keep improving, but at the same time, there are some people that overreact about Nikki Bella, how good she is. And I always say, put her in Stardom. Put her in, Shimmer. She's not that great. She's improved, but is she good? I guess that's the question of the night. But I think, in Japan, they had to step it up. And, I don't mean to knock TNA. They're having a bad week. Not a bad week, but, show-wise, they're doing great. Business-wise, a little scary. But I don't mean to knock TNA. But I was bad at the Bound for Glory Tokyo show. And with that said, is that this women's match was a million times better than TNA's. A million times better. The fans were into it. They cheered it. And Japan has some of the best women's wrestlers in the world. So, two divas and Snuka holding their own in Japan is a big deal. And a lot of these guys hustled, except one. Well, that's not fair. He had a lot of help in that shit event. All right, so overall, I really enjoyed it. One thing that fucking bothered the piss out of me, Michael Cole. Now, I know you're broadcasting to America. Just don't say random shit about Japan that's not true. I really thought I was watching a YouTube video of a prank video. He's like, well, in Japan, they can fly if they hop on their left foot 3 times. Just like half this shit Michael Cole was saying tonight. Now, he's calling the match. Good job. Call the match more. I make it be a wrestler. This was definitely a wrestling field. But just don't make shit up. Like, one thing's like, this is the biggest arena. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Don't just make shit up. What are you talking about? Sumo Hall isn't even the biggest stadium in the fucking neighborhood. In the neighborhood. If you said Sumo Hall is the biggest arena within a 30-minute radius, a 30-mile radius, you would be lying to everybody. Did someone pipe that in your crowd? What? What the fuck are you talking about, Michael Cole? I had actually tweet, like, if you could just stop making shit up about Japan, all right? That's up to YouTubers. Now, let's review. Oh, what? We've got a Jay Vlogger on the line right now. What do you think about Japan? Everything is awesome. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Oh, you really want to be Japanese? I understand. Good luck with that. Dude, no, you just don't make up random shit. And, like, did you know Sumo Hall is not even the biggest arena 10-minute span? Like the Tokyo Dome. We're talking, you go outside, you can see the goddamn Tokyo Dome. Why? Listen, dude, there's a lot of misinformation. But, Michael Cole, come on, dude. Now, listen, I understand, like, hey, it's Japan. I'm not really sure what the fuck's going on. Like, the UFC always says they're in Tokyo. But they're not in Tokyo. They're outside Tokyo. But, hey, they do that in New York, New Jersey. But to say, like, you're the biggest belt, I am pretty sure if Michael Cole just walked outside, looked to the left, and be like, maybe that fucking huge-ass baseball stadium. Maybe that's just a little bigger than your fucking Sumo Hall. Just a little bit. I mean, here's the thing. I've been to Sumo Hall. I absolutely love sumo. I love the events. I've been to 01, 10th anniversary. I've been to Sumo Hall probably more than I went to class in the university, all right? I've been to Sumo Hall enough, and the first thing you say when you walk into Sumo Hall goes, wow, I thought this place would be bigger. It's not a big fucking stadium. So, dear Michael Cole, shut the fuck up. Did you... Let Michael Cole go. All right, next we got Kofi versus Brock. Let's see if we got some comments here. We'll go to Kofi and Brock next. Let's go to some live comments. Boom, boom. Says, no rush for the podcast. This is from Kevin. No rush. Most of us ain't even awake. That's okay. You don't have to watch it live. You can watch it whenever you're convenient. All right, on Twitter. Boom, boom, boom. At Kev ENOCH, LOL, there's a monster at the end of the book. Dude, there is. Do not watch this whole pay-per-view. You will think this pay-per-view is a zillion times better, quadrillion times better if you just do not watch the monster. As soon as you go, the NXT title match is over, turn it off. Turn it the fuck off. Yes, there is a monster at the end of this pay-per-view. At Astro Rocket says, I think it's obvious Triple H got the book most of the show, but Vince got to decide the main event. That's a possibility, but if that's the case, you're completely out of touch, and Jesus Christ, you can't even pipe in crowd music good. It's unbelievable, crowd noise. Shaner123 of Geek Essentials, at Shaner_123, liked and tweeted us. At Kev ENOCH, no spoilers, but for your own good, don't watch the last match. Yeah, don't watch the last match. Whatever you do, please tell all of your friends right now. They're probably sleeping. They're going to wake up in American time and go, oh, happy birthday, America. Happy 4th of July, by the way. You're going to say happy Independence Day. You're going to get on a barbecue. You're going to be like, hey, let me watch WWE Network. You need to tell your friends, as an American, as a human being, as an earthling, you have to tell your friends not to watch the last match. Bam, there you go. Thank you for the tweets. Max from Geek Essential says, it was boring, no joke. Only 2 matches were great. I don't think so. I think, the main event was absolutely horrible, but you had the Devitt match, you had the opening match. Yeah. All right, we'll get to it. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But the Prince Devitt match makes up for all of it, baby. Makes up for all of it. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We're getting a million emails. All right. We're 1-0. Son of a gun. This is what happens when we do a show at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right. And first off, I also want to thank our friends at Geek Essentials and Boom Boom. This week, I've been crazy with books, television shows, and also my son did a commercial, so... Geek Essential says, the Beast in the East was boring. Only 2 matches were good. It was a big loss. And that's Tech Rev of Geek Essentials. Yeah, but those 2 matches were absolutely amazing, and the other 2 were average. So, yeah, you had 5 matches, so that's not too bad. As always, you know what, Geek Essentials, my question to you is, if you don't watch the last match, this is a way better pay-per-view. Friends tell friends not to watch the last match of WWE Beast in the East. All right, SimCool8 says, never fear, the NXT Defender is here. Bow down to our savior, Triple H. Great event outside of Cena. Why wasn't the NXT Championship the main event? I don't know. I have no idea. It was beyond fucking disgusting. Vince, please retire. Raw had a historic low rating last week. Baylor vs. Owens, match of the event. Yeah, without a doubt. And he also says, I forgot to say, Cena, please die. Great channel and podcast, KocoSports. Well, thank you for the kind words. And we'll get back to more live reviews. More comments later, so keep them coming. I know it's a crazy hour to be live, but hey, we appreciate you waking up and joining us. Next, you got Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar. I had a debate with, I don't know, remember the internet entry. I apologize, I don't remember which one it was. That Kofi Kingston, I was like, I may have sent out a meme, and it was just Brock Lesnar destroying Kofi, and it's going to be Kofi's funeral. And I'm like, no, they're not going to do that to Kofi. Kofi's going to shine, and they're going to show that he can hold his own. And I'm like, I hope you're right, but you're wrong. And it's time to pay the piper. Kofi did not look good. One thing I did notice, there was a big question mark that me and Boo Boo had, and other fans that I hang out with at the Pro Wrest bars, is that would Brock Lesnar get a pop because what he did with the IWG title? IWPG, yeah, the New Japan title. Sorry about that, stuttering, and something scared me on the fucking thing. A message popped up. I'm like, I'm scared. I can't talk. There's other people online at the same time as me. But yeah, with the thing with the New Japan and the title, and what was going to happen with it, and to me, it was just, I was surprised that they forgave him. I guess Japan forgives and forgets pretty damn easily. So this was pretty much a squash match, and it just showed how awesome Brock Lesnar is. I mean, Kofi Kingston did get in some stuff, but it was nothing like Kofi Kingston fans were hoping for. After the match, New Day ran in and he just beat the fuck out of them. There was suplexes, 8 F5s, the whole 9 yards. If you're a huge Brock Lesnar fan, you're going to enjoy this. If you thought Kofi Kingston was going to get a little bit of shine and show what he can do, you're going to hate this. So it just depends on where you are with this. I don't think it was that great of a match. But Brock Lesnar being there is some traction on itself. So there you go. And next, this is the match that you need to go watch. It was just absolutely awesome. They first showed a video package of Finn Balor, which I fucking marked out for. I'm not even gonna lie. Prince Devitt comes home. It was such a great video package. I was so pumped up. It was Finn Balor, Kenta, Kevin Owens. There's still stuff I marked out for in WWE, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're so negative," but there's still stuff that you can hold on to. And the Finn Balor coming out with the face paint, the streamers looked amazing. I didn't see anything from Mr. Piped In Crowd Noise. I'm probably going to be blocked by the Finn Balor account because they normally don't tweet celebrities. But I was like, hey, congratulations, the original Bullet Club for life, not fucking goddamn Virgil and fucking whoever the fuck else is in Bullet Club these days. Team Chaos for life now. But yeah, Prince Devitt comes home. And I even tweeted him. I was like, dude, this is bullshit. Mr. Piped In Crowd Noise. It's just bullshit. How the fuck are you not the main event? Look at the reaction. Not piped in. Look at the streamers. Look at the match. Kevin Owens tried to slow it down at times. They told a great story. They had a couple close 2 counts that you just got the edge of your seat. I'm not going to say it was a 5-star match. There was some really slow parts. But it was a great ride. You were part of the ride, and it was just absolutely awesome. And I'm a huge Prince Devitt fan, a.k.a. Finn Balor, and I just marked out. It was such a great moment. And I was like, why ain't it going off the air? Like they had Kenta, they had the Japanese Hall of Famer, they had everything. It was the perfect way to end. Listen, WWE, I'd rather you end the fucking pay-per-view now than continue on. I think, I'm not going to say it's 5-star, and I'm not really good at rating the matches. I don't think it's a 5-star match, but it's definitely a match. If you're only going to watch one match this week, this is the match to watch. You get to see Japanese tradition, Japanese history. You get to see Kevin Owens never drop the heel stick. Never. You get to see a lot of close 2 counts. And the thing is, they told a great story in the ring. Not many wrestlers tell great stories in the ring. Now, a lot of wrestlers work slow as shit and say they're telling a story, but the story is they can't fucking wrestle. But no, these guys legit told the story, and I think it's just an awesome match. Not match of the year. Let's pump your brakes. I see you, Google Plus. Match of the year, match of the year. Listen, every time you say match of the year, go watch Wrestle Kingdom 9 and go watch the Nakamura match. And then say match of the year. Because, even though Finn Balor and Kevin Owens was amazing, you say match of the year and you didn't watch the Nakamura match before typing that in. Now, if you say, I watched the Nakamura match again, and I still think this is match of the year, then we can have the conversation. But until someone knocks Nakamura off, the King of Strong Style, the King of Match of the Year, until someone knocks him off, I'm not going to talk about, we have January 4th. We have our match of the year 4 days into the year. And know what's beautiful about that is now anytime someone on Google Plus says match of the year, we can go back to that. But even though it's not match of the year, even though it's not a 5-star match, it told a great story. And for those that don't know about Japanese pro wrestling traditions, it respected the traditions. It was absolutely amazing. All right, it's time. Let's just fucking talk about the monster at the end of the book. I've said this a million times, but I promise you, if you're watching this as a review, this is where you turn it off. All right? You saw the best of the best. Do not watch past this point. If you have any friends that plan on watching this, do not ruin their Independence Day. Do not ruin their Sunday or Saturday, whatever fucking day it is. It would be Saturday. I'm not very smart. I live in Tokyo. It will be Saturday. Don't ruin the weekend. You need, as a human being, as a pro wrestling fan, and as a friend, you owe it to your friend to tell them to turn it off. They cannot see this match. Okay? Let's do this. You know what? I try to do something. I'm like, maybe we can have world peace. Maybe we can fix the economy. Maybe, everyone can be treated as equals, worldwide. I try to think of these ideas, and, all the time I have little faith in humans that they can make this happen. But can you show a guy who's so negative and doesn't believe in human beings, can we pass out one message, one clear, defining message for today only? And that message is, if you did not watch the pay-per-view, turn it off after the Neville match. The Finn Balor match. All right? Just turn it off. Do not watch the monster at the end of this pay-per-view. I am going to review it. I don't want to. I wish I didn't watch it. But I'm going to do my best. And I want to apologize. Some people are great at reporting bad news. I'm not that guy. I couldn't report natural disasters. I couldn't report on my best friends passing away. Like even Michael Cole. Michael Cole kept his cool. He kept his composure when his best friend had a heart attack and was wheeled to the back. And I respect Michael Cole for that. I throw Michael Cole under the bus a lot, especially his Japanese facts. But I respect Michael Cole because when something horrible happens, he could collect his thoughts and still speak clearly. I do not have this skill at all. This, by far, if you have not seen it, please, for your children's sake, for your own sanity, do not watch the last match. You have Kane and King Barrett, who comes out to a wet fart, and then you have Dolph Ziggler, who gets a cheer. Then you get John Cena. This is one of those things. Am I a John Cena hater? No. But if I was a John Cena fan, I would be embarrassed. It was a house show. It's in Sumo Hall, so the audio is different. And they put in the piped-in crowd noise, and it's the most fake piped-in crowd noise ever. And here's the crazy part. Fans were actually cheering for them. They didn't have to put in the piped-in crowd noise. Dude, it's like, bah, bah, yeah! But like the rest of the sound is like this. Yay! And then John Cena comes out and he's like, ah! And like, it's just ridiculous. No one is cheering. It's just utterly ridiculous. And I'm sorry, if you're a professional wrestler and I honestly believe, I'm going to say something crazy. Piped-in crowd noise to me is cheating in pro wrestling a million times worse than steroids. A million times worse than steroids. Because steroids, all right, you got to be strong enough to protect your opponent. All right, you got to still put on the things. Now, steroids in baseball, steroids in MMA is something different. But if you're strong enough to catch people and protect them, then no, steroids might not be a bad thing if used correctly. I honestly believe piped-in crowd noise is way worse than steroids in pro wrestling, and here's why. The point is you have to get over. That's the point, especially if you're the good guy. Well, John Cena doesn't have to get over. He doesn't. Big Show, Sheamus, once you're selected, so then when you go to a Dolph Ziggler, when you go to a CM Punk, when you go to a Daniel Bryan, and you say, hey, you have to get over, it's cheating. The game is rigged. It's unbelievably rigged. Why didn't Ziggler get piped-in crowd music? Why didn't Finn Balor get piped-in crowd music? They're busting their asses. They don't get piped-in crowd music. And I'm okay. I mean, you put in piped-in crowd music, the crowd noise for everybody. I'm okay if you put in crowd noise for the bad guys. I'm okay with that. But when you only have piped in music for the selective few, and then you have the balls to tell the undercard you need to get over, that's bullshit. The game is fucking rigged. The game is fucking rigged. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's just fucking disgusting. And let's just fucking review the match. It's a Kane King Barrett Cena match. Gee, I wonder who's gonna sell and get his ass kicked for 20 fucking minutes and be saved by a superhero. All right, listen. I want to do myself a favor. I'm gonna review this show, but I'm gonna replace everyone with random fucking names, and I'm just gonna use John Cena. And the reason I'm gonna do this is because I want to actually cut this audio out and then use it for every John Cena tag team match. Bad guy 1, bad guy 2 beats up John Cena's best friend. Oh no, John Cena can't do anything. What's gonna happen? Oh my goodness, way too much, too long. John Cena's friend gets in one move. Oh, John Cena's best friend is crawling towards John Cena. What's gonna happen? Bad guy 1 pulled him away. Oh, bad guy 1 and bad guy 2 beat the hell out of John Cena's best friend. What's John Cena gonna do? I don't know. It's really confusing. John Cena's best friend gets out of it. He's crawling to the corner. Oh no, bad guy number 2 got him. And John Cena's best friend couldn't get to the corner to tag John Cena. Look out. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? No way. There's no way John Cena can save the day. Bad guy 1 and bad guy 2 are really beating up his best friend. Oh my God, he got out. John Cena's best friend got out. He's crawling to the corner. John Cena is cheering. No one is fucking following him, but that's okay. We'll pipe it in later. He tags, shoulder block, fucking flip-de-doo. And 1, 2, 3, John Cena saves the day. And they win the tag match. And his best friend, who really did all the work, is humbled by his greatness and just points to him and says, look at that guy. He's amazing. Wow. You know what? I'm glad I got that out of the way because I literally reviewed every John Cena tag team match ever. Well, I guess there's no reason to ever review a John Cena tag team match again. I'm glad that's out of the way. John Cena won, and no one gave a shit. No one. And this is what I want. If you are a John Cena fan, defend that. Defend that. That's like being your favorite, your favorite football team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you find out they bought the Super Bowl. Not bought like the Florida Marlins bought a World Series, but literally went to each opponent and said, here's $10 million, here's $10 million, here's $10 million. Like, there has to be a point where Cena fans have to be embarrassed. There has to be. There just has to be. John Cena and Dolph Ziggler try to pretend they're over. Japanese people are kind and fucking high-five them. They're getting popped, so why is there crowd noise? I have no idea. J Sports is pushed a lot, which I'm really glad about because J Sports, even when WWE didn't want to come to Japan, J Sports said, no, you're fucking coming to Japan if you want to be on our network. So I have a lot of respect for J Sports. And J Sports is basically, it used to be its own company, but now it's the ESPN of Japan. And that's where WWE puts all their content on. And yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So I'm glad that they mentioned, thank their partners in J Sports and all that. And Cena and fucking know. And here's the worst part, John Cena fans. The Japan fans were kind. They cheered. Why did you need piped-in crowd noise? Why did you need piped-in crowd noise? And not only that, but wouldn't this be a cool-down match? Why was it the NXT Championship main event? Why was this worthless fucking thing? So many fucking questions. It's absolute bullshit. But at least they ended the pay-per-view. And I wonder if they changed this on the fly. Because everywhere I looked, Twitter, Facebook, the few people that were up, everyone that I looked, including Japanese friends and family that were at the event live, no one gave a fuck about the main event. And I wonder if they put the Finn Balor package at the very end on the fly. Obviously, they'll be like, no, it was always planned out that way. We just worked you. We're so smart. We're so smart. All right, WWE, we get it. But I wonder if the Finn Balor video package was planned. or did they just fucking do it? So overall, I give it a win. You have a responsibility as a pro wrestling fan, as a human being, as an American, even if you're not American. It's America's birthday. We can't let America watch this. Okay, you might hate America for everything they've done, or you might love America for everything they've done. But there's one thing I think if you hate or love America, we can agree. America on its birthday doesn't need to see this John Cena match. That's it. All right, so overall, I give it a win, but I cannot stress enough, do not watch the final match. Do not watch the final match. All right. Max LeBold retweeted us at TechRevGE, so Geek Essentials. Yeah, guys, go check out Geek Essentials. GeekEssentials.com. They've been really helping us out, and I got to help them out a lot more. Our partnership is not fair. I feel like I am the John Cena and they are the Chris Jericho of this relationship. But so if you guys get a chance, go over to Geek Essentials. Check them out. They cover geeking news, and they really do help us out a lot. He also says, love the show, watching the show live, another good one. Appreciate it. At Astro Rocket, telling friends not to watch the last match is making me feel like Paul Revere warning everyone about the Redcoats. I'm a hero. Hey, dude, yes. You know what? It is very conceited to say you're a hero. You know, I have a lot of veteran brothers that do that. I love my veteran brothers, but you know, if you're going around saying I'm a war hero, if you say you're a hero, you're not a hero. But I'll make this exception. I'll make the exception, Astro Rocket, at Astro Rocket. If you today only, if you tell a friend who has not watched this pay-per-view not to watch the final match, you're a hero in my book. You are a hero in my book. Thank you for the tweets on Facebook. Boom, boom, boom. Tons of likes. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to refresh. Bam! We're 4-0. I appreciate it. Thank you. I know it's a crazy time. All right. All right. Total nonstop action. Good show. Good main event for me anyways. KO versus Finn. I tuned out the minute they said the shitty tag match featuring Sean Enough was going to be the main event. But yeah, good show for what I've watched. Yeah, dude, listen, Total Nonstop Action, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz Total Nonstop Action because you did the right thing. You, sir, did not watch that shitty tag team match. And for that, on this great day, you are a hero. Geek Essential said you're right to avoid that Cena BS at the end. It was a good show. Mathis Sakul says first time watching Coco live. Yeah, I appreciate it. We do live shows as much as we can, at least one a day. Sean Heston says win. Poor Neville. Good match, but poor Neville. Nakamura Bushi matches match of the decade. Agree or disagree? Oh man, I got a really short term memory. Match of the decade. I'm gonna say sure, but I'm not very confident. I'm pretty sure there's other great matches. I mean, there's some great matches on Dragon Gate. Match of the decade. Well, it's only halfway. I don't know. I'm going to say sure, but not a very confident sure. CC Fitzy says, I thought the women's match was sloppy and Paige and Nikki call out spots way too loud. Yeah, I think you're right, CC Fitzy, but I don't know. I don't know. My standards for women's wrestling has dropped so far in WWE. And this is just me. I don't know if people agree. I would rather have a sloppy match where people try than a boring, safe match. That's just me, though. And as far as calling out spots, dude, you think about this. How loud, not over excitement, not over moaning, but how loud do you think Nikki, Bella, and John Cena's sex is? I guarantee they call the cops, their neighbors call the cops about how loud they are. And not because of the moaning and how great of a man John Cena is, just calling spots. Doggy! I don't know. I was gonna list off a bunch of sexual positions, but then I felt guilty, like my grandma was watching. So I was like, "Oh no! What if my grandma's watching?" All right, we'll try to keep this PG. I actually stopped. That was the first time I censored myself that strongly ever. But yeah, they're probably calling spots. All right. I am Mikey, WWE Beast in the East. Was all hype, of course. The E always fucks up when they kind of do smart booking. How the fuck does Steen versus Devitt not main event? I have no idea. We have seen enough Cena, even if you say you don't politic your way to stay in the spot. But damn, your ego is insane. There are so many clear booking decisions that fuckboy could put talent like Devitt and Steen before himself. Yeah, I just think it's a perfect fucking match. You know what I mean? It's just that, like some people are like, is it Vince's fault? Is it Triple H's fault? Is it Creator's fault? Is it John Cena? Dude, it's been going on for over fucking 12 years, bro. It's a perfect storm. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's not Vince's, Triple H, John Cena, let's say John Cena's like, I'm just here for the ride. Dude, it's been 12 years. Now, you couldn't do something. All right. Fitzy says, a win for me. Prince Devitt is the man. Makes me proud to be Irish. Well, congratulations. I don't know. I should have probably said something better than that. Cash Brandon. Brock was a beast. Finn Balor was really good. Y2J match was entertaining. But, man, who made the dumb choice to end it with Cena, a.k.a. same old shit? I know that, but it wasn't a one-on-one match. Everyone was busting their ass. Even the Divas. The Divas stepped up their game. Some people calling it sloppy. I was expecting way worse. I was there for Battle for Glory, and trust me, there could be way worse women matches. But yeah, no, they put effort in. I don't even think John Cena put effort in. It's fucking pathetic. Cash Brandon says such disrespect to anybody that has won King of the Ring when they eat the pen over a watered down cane. Yeah. Just all the time. All right. Okay, and Boom Boom, who did amazing this week. This week I was so busy. Writing books and getting TV shows off the ground, and your son trying to get into acting, leaves you very little time to, talk shit on YouTube. So I'm so glad Boom Boom helped me out there. All right, I'm going to go through these comments really quick, and then I'm probably going to wrap this bad boy up. All right. All right. People are asking me questions on Facebook that have nothing to do with this podcast. I can't believe you're my Facebook friend. Don't watch my podcast. How dare you, Facebook? I thought we were close. While in Japan, WWE were holding a trial for Japanese talent. Fujinami was at today's WWE event in Tokyo and was honored in a ring during a segment hosted by Kenta and Chris Jericho. Recorded an episode of his podcast with New Japan bookers Gedo and Jado today. Why too lame? LOL. Pac and Jericho match was pretty cool though. Yeah, I wonder who got trial matches. I find that very interesting. Kevin in the Internet Imagery Chat joked that Okada jumped to El Torito, and I told him this ain't Ring of Honor. Mr. Jason 916 said, Coco, Dave Meltzer reported who's the top talent that had a tryout. I don't know. Who did Meltzer report? I don't know. I wasn't there live because my son decided he wanted to become an actor. And I, as a dad, said, hey, friends in the acting world, can my son be in a commercial or something? And they said, yes, he can. And that's what I was doing. I was watching my son have a picnic for a commercial for a very, very long time. So I am a bad pro wrestling fan. I put my son's dreams of being an actor before my podcast. And to the Internet Infantry, I apologize for that. I apologize. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to refresh, and then it's probably over. This is awkward. Bam. Win. Mr. Jason 916, win. Jericho surprised me for an old dude. Yeah, he really did have a great match. I know that, but it would be great to have more house shows. That's what the network should be. Cash Brandon, next Diva should have got a match also, but overall win 9 out of 10. All right, so not too bad. Cash Brandon, you are the last commenter of the night. If I miss any of your comments, I do apologize. I apologize that real life really ruined my podcast, but I want to give a special thanks to Boom Boom, who really stepped up his game. I know I got a bunch of requests to do a show, so maybe I'll do a Q&A or a topic show within 24 hours. If you're new to this channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Me and a couple friends, we try to do at least one podcast a day, sometimes more, and just mostly pro wrestling where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And we try to run it like sports talk, or if we were in a pro wrestling bar together, just hanging out. I know a lot of people in YouTube, they're always like, I'm so smart, you're so stupid, and I have no idea how they avoid it. It's fucking ridiculous, but I'm not to be jealous. I wish everyone nothing but success, but I always wonder, like, why? Like, why? Like, I don't watch soccer, or, I don't really watch soccer. I only watch soccer because of my son. But I don't watch American football or ESPN where they're like, you're so fucking stupid, I'm so fucking smart. I don't understand that pitch. But for some reason it works on YouTube. So we're the opposite, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Please check out our blog, KocoSports.net. Jerry works hard on it every 3 days, so it depends on which day you go. Some days the blog looks amazing. Some days you're like, I'll just stay on the YouTube channel. And like I said, thank you all for the live comments, the likes, and all that. And if you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back within 24 hours. If we leave with anything, it is your duty as a professional wrestling fan, for any friend and family member you know that watches this pay-per-view, that they do not watch the main event. You do that, you are a hero in the internet adventure. Like, comment, subscribe, and with that, I am over.